Welcome back to the old course show. How's everyone doing today? Good. Hope everyone's doing good. Me, I got a lot of shit going on right now. Something shit I need to figure out. Very stressful situations right now, but I can't give up. I know the episode is probably already starting really like punching in the face, like punching in the gut type of thing. But it's true. No, can't just give up now. I have to learn how to strategize during these situations. I'm gonna have to sit down and say, okay, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? How should I do it? This and that. Because how I see it, like I don't. And during, depending on the situations, I mean, you can cut corners. You can go ahead and cut corners. But are you really gonna learn? Are you really gonna learn how to do it when it happens again and you cut corners the first time? But since you didn't know, since you basically, in a way, you can say, took an easier way, wouldn't that, like, if you decided to take an easier way to, let's say you're running for a marathon, and I mean, I don't know how long a marathon is, but let's say you were, and instead, let's say if, and I don't know how long, but let's say it's 5 miles. Again, I don't know. But let's say, you're practicing how to, instead of 5 miles, you're practicing how to do 10 miles. So you know how to keep a pace. So then when it does come to the 5 miles, it's easy. Like easy as hell. And let's say you decide during the race, once the race comes and during it, let's say no one's paying attention and you somehow see this little trail that cuts right through a golf course. You would literally beat everyone. You would be far ahead from everyone. And you decide to cut it. No one noticed. And maybe you go a little bit slower just in case someone's like, oh well, wasn't she just here 2 minutes ago? How's she already up here? So you decide maybe go a little slower and then go. Okay. So you cut a corner, whatever. And then let's say you place first or you place higher than what you were supposed to. Okay, cool. Now what if you do it again? What if you decide, I did it once, I'll go do it again. So you don't decide to try as hard anymore. Because you're like, I did it again. I did it once, I'll do it again. But then this time it's in a whole different location to where it's set up in a way where you can't cut corners. How do you think you're going to perform now? Since you took the easy way out the first way, how do you think you're going to perform the next time? Obviously not good. And so that's how it kind of is with my current situation. I can just drop the towel and give up and just cut the corner and say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. Going back to this way or going back to that way. But no, the way I see it, I mean, we all see things different. So this is the way I see it. This is just the way how I'm seeing it. Again, we all see things differently. In that situation, I see it as, in a way, kind of giving up. In a way, giving up on myself. Because it's like, let's say you were trying to lose weight, you go to the gym and everything, and you're 3 months in, you're going hard, you're going at it, so you decide to reward yourself. And it's not bad to have cheat days. That's why they're called cheat days. They exist. That's why they're there. So you decide, I'll go to Texas Roadhouse, I'll fucking pig out. So then you do that, just maybe like, let's say you do it once every 2 weeks or maybe once a month. So then you decide, okay, and that was really fucking good. I'm still losing weight. Let me go a little bit more. Let me go once a week now. So you start going once a week. You start doing that. And let's say you're still burning out the calories. You're still losing weight. You're still gaining that muscle. So you say, you know what? Fuck it. I'll probably even go more frequently now. Instead of once a week, maybe I might now go twice a week, 3 times a week. So then you start getting to that habit. And then it just starts getting to a point where you don't feel as energized. You don't feel as motivated to go to the gym. You're not going to the gym anymore. Then now you're getting into a bad habit. And then here you are, you've gained weight and you're seeing it, whether it be through the mirror, through the clothes, through when you're sleeping. Just you're starting to see it. But now it's gonna be hard for you to break that habit because you're so you got so used to it. Again, you were cutting corners. You were like, I'll do this and that should be fine. And here you are cutting corners where when it comes time to go back to the gym, that energy is not going to be there anymore. Or that's a weight loss journey. So you're going trying to gain muscle and you want to start steroiding your ass up. Or again, I'm all fan of all these supplements and stuff like that. If you want to be taking creatine, go ahead. I support it. Go ahead. But once it comes to the point where you're taking more, I guess just vitamins and supplements than actually eating food, is then where I see a problem. That's where you're trying to cut the corner. If let's say you're trying to gain muscle, like how they say you're natty or natural. You're trying to gain muscle and gain strength the natural way. But once you start using all these all these supplements and vitamins and all this fun stuff to where you consume more of that than actual food, is how I see it as a problem. That's when I see it as you're trying to cut a corner. You're trying to cut corners, trying to get the physique faster, trying to get the strength faster. Because then what happens when you stop using that? What happens when you slowly stop using that? What if you were consuming it so much that now your body relies on it heavily, or that's the only way that that you think to achieve that physique? When the guy next to you eats normal, eats his carbs, eats his sugars, eats his meats, his proteins, eats his steak, eats his rice and steak, eats some burritos. Granted, it's lower carbs and stuff like that, but he's eating like that. Barely any, maybe the most he takes are protein shakes, but nothing too crazy. And he still has the same physique as you, and probably even healthier. And he's eating just fine. He's probably spending a lot less money than on you. But here you are trying to cut a corner. And to the point where now you rely on it. And so that's how I see it with me. If I try cutting the corner, going to that, just giving up and just doing that, I'll just say I like to half-ass things a lot. That's my biggest problem, is half-assing things a lot and disappointing myself a lot. And by doing that, I see that I have disappointed myself again. Well, look where your actions led you. How are you going to react? How are you going to react to this situation? To this current situation? Oh, you're just going to give up like you always do? We figured you were. That's why we put you in a very stressful situations. Since you like to tell people how you're macho, but let's put you in a situation where you need to be macho. And you're gonna give up. Figures. And again, that is how I see it. I don't want anyone taking it the wrong way. That is just how I see it. And I know people are going to say you're so hard on yourself. Well, because I am. Because I hate seeing who I am and seeing when I smile, when I'm taking a picture and I smile, I look at the smile and I'm like, man, I'm so fucking broken. I look at my eyes, I'm like, man, I'm so fucking broken. Like, and I'm not trying to, like, it's hard though. It's very hard. But I'm not trying to delay my happiness once I get the money that I want. Not just the money, just kind of the freedom that I want. Not like being single or anything, just like freedom where weight is lifted off my shoulder to where it's okay if I'm not working for a couple of days or a couple of weeks because the bills are paid. It's okay to take a vacation without worrying shit. You know, we only have so much to spend because we have to save this for rent. We have to save this for that. I won't like that's when I know weight will be lifted off my shoulders, but I don't want to wait until I don't want to wait for those moments and then say, oh, I'm finally happy. Because when those moments do come, I may emotionally, I may never even know that they're there when I've been trying to seek it my whole entire life. Because let's say I do have them, I'm wealthy, whatever, but it's not that. But like I said, just like that type of freedom, and you know, I've been trying to reach for it for so long that once I do get it and I don't even realize is when I'm just like, damn, this journey that I did on moments where I truly was happy is when I truly was happy. Yeah, I tried to delay it so much for these times when I still feel the same. Like I don't feel depressed or anything, just I thought I was going to be all more excited. Cuz I mean, yeah, when it comes to taking trips, I mean, like, go ahead. You can only take so much trips until it becomes to a point where you're like, I have the money to go take a month's trip if I want. Well, I don't know where to right now. So, And so obviously I need to live life. Need to find not find happiness, just learn how to find happiness in everyday situations, no matter how stressful they are. Because again, I don't want to be in a time where, like I said, uh, one thing that I was trying to reach for, I've had it, and I thought I was gonna have a lot more, like be a lot more happier, but I I was delaying it. So I was delaying my happiness so long that I'm not accepting. I'm not accepting the fact where I'm at. Like I'm not like how to like just I'm not accepting it. And that's a bad mentality to have because then I will then truly never be happy. And I don't want to be living that type of miserable life. But that's just my thinking right now. Sorry if it sounds a little bit fucking deep, but thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I love you. Have a good one.